don't feel sorry for Wendy ass not 1 second. And Batman and Robert, y'all have us get more evil as the episodes go by. Y'all ready to talk about it? Cue the music. Oh yes, bitches and hoes. I'm back.
I'll drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate or fuck discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toast it out. Flip my weave and walk it out, look how I just bossed it out. Now come on baby, why you bugging, we can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another video. We're here to discuss Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 7. Beef is served and Peter is still a bitch. Say what I say. Peter is still a bitch. You're around there talking and starting all that stuff, talking about you got beef with this girl because she decided she didn't want to get scammed by you. Make it make sense, child. Look, let's get into it. So the episode picks up right the hell where we left off at. Mia on the phone with Peter, and he talking about they got beef because she never hit him back after he hit her up about the business proposal. That girl don't want to have no business dealings with you, Peter. Everybody in the streets know you do bad business. How dare you, Peter? I mean, that ain't really why she ain't do it. That's probably why, I mean, to be honest, she really didn't do it because Eddie said, go sit your ass down. You know, rest your nerves. You know how your mom used to tell you, go rest your nerves. That's probably the real reason why. But maybe just, you know, getting on the ones and twos with a couple of people and was like, girl, you better not put your little money into no Peter all the time. It's bar one. You only going to have one time to go down there to the bar before you realize all your money gone. That's what I think happened. But, anyway, Mia's asking him what happened because she's trying to figure out what this beef about. And he said, we find out here that Mia has known Peter for 10 years. Peter, the first man, held her child. He be by the house and stuff, coming through with all his hoes and whatnot. So she's letting us know that, you know, Peter's like extended family. She said God loves him. I said, oh, okay. Anyway, but, he basically says that, no, I'm sorry. Mia basically says that if somebody messes with Peter, it's definitely either with his money or his business. If he said he got beef with you. Girl, shut up, Mia. Let's move on. So now, Sharice is downstairs making reservations because she cannot take the accommodations without a bathroom, darling. Sharice, you not rich no more. When your husband decided to go down there to another city, I think it was Jersey it was, to be with that other woman while y'all was still married. When he got divorced from you, the money went too fast. You can't act like you was back in season 1. This ain't that Sharice. This ain't you, fat. You are mid-grade right about now. And I'm talking about on the money tip, okay? If you was that high sedity, you would have already had something planned out. You'd have did like the other girls on Atlanta and got your own Airbnb. Listen, one thing about Miss Kenya, she gonna do what she got to do when she got to do it. But you didn't do that, Miss Sharice. You was going on a free trip. Now, you know you wasn't really trying to get another room because you would have did that down there on the strip, down there off of Biscayne Bay or something, but you didn't do that. Sit your ass down, Sharice. But Mia's trying to convince her, girl, you're not going to get no accommodations, no rooms out here, girl. It's you dead. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Gizzard is on the other side talking about she ain't got no towels. Robert said she ain't got no towels. She done used them all to wipe her balls down there. And Ashley walk in and says, all her old exes is DMing her. Well, you know, that's how it be when you finally get rid of a man. Somehow, some way, them niggas start crawling out of cracks and crevices like roaches and zombies. Y'all ever seen Zombieland or Walking Dead? Speaking of, I need to watch that finale. I'm sorry. That's how them niggas start coming up out of there. But Ashley, stop acting like you don't like it. I mean, anything as far as in the bed gonna be better than Michael because it's just giving, you know what I mean? But you take what you take when you get in that coin, okay? But anyway, she tells them that she accepted the offer for that house because they asked her how the house was going. She said, well, you know, I accepted the offer, but the tenants didn't want to move out to July, and I wanted to move in June, so I just went ahead and retracted the offer. Girl, this don't make no sense. I'm calling cap. I'm calling the cap. It don't make no sense, Ashley. The LLC wasn't even a real thing. You told us that's what y'all was buying the doggone Airbnb. Not the Airbnb. The house in. We found out that wasn't even real. Girl, Michael wasn't ever trying to buy a new house with you. And when you found out he was lying about all that, you know you had to come up with a story to tell a girl. Because you was telling these girls you was putting money down and all of that. Anyway, we don't believe it. But Robert gets up and say her after divorcing her husband and being a man in that situation, you know, she knows from experience that Michael's gonna make your life difficult. Fat, this ain't no birthday party. This is a divorce. You got to get yourself together. Cause you know, as a nigga, Robin understands that. You know, she's divorced people before. You know, she's very masculine, so you gotta listen to her advice. But Ashley says that he's just over there picking arguments about nothing. Talking about, I can't find Dylan Bottle or Dean Bottle or whichever one of them children is the youngest. Oh, girl, I wouldn't even answer the phone for his ass. I'm on vacation. Argue with your mom. Sorry, ain't about to do it. Anyway, they downstairs and they look up and find out that the room is nice, the view is nice, but there's water going down the pipes every time somebody flushed the toilet. Did you have to put anything in on it? And speaking of Gizzard, Batman, how dare you? When the last time you took the girls on the trip? I'm trying to think if you ever took the girls on the trip. Now, you invited them down there to that ragged ass house with the trailer attached. But I ain't never known you to take the girls out of town on the trip. You're the cheapest and the most frugal and the brokest, if you ask me. How dare you, Gizzard? You better take that free doggone room. And Robert, you just started getting paid. And from the looks of that alleged incident down there at the HBCU, that's about to be taken too. You know, now I'm thinking about it. Why I probably say, you know what, heifer? When we divorced, it was because you lost my money. This time, I'm going to marry you so I can take all your money. Then we could both be broke again and live back together like boyfriend and boyfriend. That's what I think is trying to go on. Anyway, moving on. Wendy's downstairs on the phone with Candace asking her what time she going to be there. She said she be around there about 10. And Mia and Jackie are arguing over stuff she needs. Okay, girl. So Jackie says she needs deodorant. She needs soap. She needs toothbrush. She needs toothpaste. Drawers, socks, tampons, vaginas. Girl, Jackie need everything. But Mia's whole thing is, girl, look. Didn't I let you shave your legs with my man's razor that he shaves his balls with? You done got too far now. After item number 4, you on your own. You need to take your ass down there to CBS. My only issue with that is, Mia, ain't that supposed to be your BFF? Didn't her mama raise you when your mom wouldn't? Mia, you out of pocket. Cause see, Jackie, I know you saving face because she got the coin now. We know that. I ain't nobody crazy. We know you saving face because Mia is the one with the coin. But at the end of the day, I'm about to tell you like I say it, and I'm going to say it how I tell it. Girl, I done cussed Mia ass the fuck out on that trip. You ain't about to play with me on national TV. I'm sorry. I let shit slide behind closed doors, not in front of the camera. Say what I say. But anyway, moving on. Wendy is asking for AC because she hot. Girl, Mia, this house, is it a prop? Because it seems like ain't nothing working. I already talked about Mia telling Cherie she ain't gonna get no hotel, so go sit your ass down and rest your nerves. Karen go around there to talk to Wendy. And Wendy said, girl, we here to celebrate you. But, I know you and Sharice had y'all little thing or whatever the case. And, Karen was like, I wouldn't have personally invited her. But since she's here, I guess we just got to do what we got to do. But Karen tell her about Sharice asking her to go to lunch. And she said, she asked me to go to lunch or whatever. And it's just like, girl, why? Why do we need to do that? What you want to go get Starbucks and walk through the park? Like, what do you want? I'm with you on that, Karen. I believe Sharice is just trying to find a way to slither back in because she realized when she thought she was the Grand Dime in season 1 and her husband took all her money and her coin, that put her down to the Grand No Dime, not even no dime, play on words. Now she's trying to find a way to make a coin back. So she got to, come back around and get in your good graces. Don't give it to her because Sharice is giving Auntie B. It's giving Titi, fat. That's what we call our aunties or aunties in New Orleans. Titi. It's giving Titi, Sharice. Go sit your old ass down. Anyway, but the Grand Dime said they ain't been friends in 5 years and there's no reason for her to want to do lunch. I'm with you on that. When you're right, you're right. Moving on. Ashley on top the doggone balcony doing TikTok with no drawers on. And you wondering why all the exes is in your DM. Make it make sense. Gizzard's up there saying, Ashley, you ain't got no drawers on? No, I ain't got no drawers on. Oh, so now Gizzard see how she making her little coin. Girl, Ashley ain't making no money off of that. Anyway, so they getting ready to go. They go downstairs. Mia, we already talked about her going down there telling all on Mia. No, did we? So Mia goes downstairs and tell all the girls about her so-called best friend, the one who mama's them raised. praised her when her mom or her pa couldn't or wouldn't or shouldn't. You go down there and blast your best friend to all these new girls to say she needs too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Mia, you are not a friend. You are not a friend. Again, Jacqueline, I done already gave you the nickname Jackie. Let me tell you something. Girl, it's a lot of things you take, but there's a line. And Mia was hopscotching across that heifer. Cross the line, girl, please. You crazy. I'd have cussed her big, tall, jolly green giant. We don't know what's going on with your face ass out. Girl, you crazy. I'm sorry. Couldn't have been me. Said what I said. I wish my best friend would have came downstairs and tried to blast me in front of a bunch of bitches that we just met. Girl, please. It'll be some furniture moving. Let's move on. But my best friend would never do that. That I know. But she lets everybody know after she stopped dragging for Jacqueline, she let them know that they're going to ball one. And Wendy was like, I didn't know we was going to ball one. Wendy, I didn't think they had to run it by you. Is you scared to run up against Peter? Now, we ain't even told you yet that he got beef. Why are you worried about it? I don't understand. So, somebody said I heard that they got beef, and Gizzard was like, yeah, you know, from what we heard on the curb, that Wendy went ahead and researched Peter, but she didn't understand why, because everybody knew him as the belle of, you know, the six peach. Yeah, that, you know, because, what's her name? Nene said he act like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he had an honorary peach, you know, before Marlo got one. So everybody knew him. So, you know, Gizzard was trying to confuse as to why she had to research him, and then came at him talking about she want to do this damn Nigerian ball. Basically, Gizzard feel like it's all a ploy and it's all some bullshit. But Gizzard, your whole life is a ploy. Your whole life, Robert's life, everything about your life except them beautiful daughters are a fucking ploy. Shut your ass up. We don't want to hear that shit either. Anyway, Mia says she's happy Sharice came, you know. And she was like, she looked at the rundown and said, now look, I know you don't like Sharice, but I am happy that she came. And you know, the rundown was like, that's fine. Like, it ain't no beef, child. We are cordial. And they ain't got no problems with that. Anyway, so, she tells them about how theatrical, what's her name? Sharice was down there saying, oh, darling, I can't do with these accommodations. I need to get a 5-star hotel. And she said, you know, looking at that behavior, now I understand why you don't want to have no lunch with her. Because I wouldn't really want to have lunch with her because she really is dramatic. It's just a lot going on with her. Now, we all know Wendy is in the back with her ears and eyes wide open so she can find the opportune time to bring that back up. But it's really going to backfire more on you, Wendy, than it is on Mia. And we'll get there when we get there. Anyway, so she told her she was siding more on her. She said, but at least she got a bed. That's the best that's better than Candace. And I said, oh, Lord, that's the second fight we ain't even got to. On the other call, Robert can't believe that people don't take a poop in front of their husbands. Well, Robert, that's because, you know, men normally be in locker rooms with other men, right? And when they got to take, you know, they go to jail together and all of that. So when they got to shower, shave, and shit, nobody's really tripping on it. Because, you know, men don't look at other men as like, you know, they need to be feminine or they shit can't stink or whatever. So the fact that you get up on this Bravo Street and tell us that you not only shitting in front of your husband, y'all taking showers, your 14 or your teenage and preteen sons is walking around and you walking around naked and they watching your titties just swing around trees like doggone orangutans, and you find that to be okay. Ashley, it don't surprise me that you say your mom's still doing it and your brother is 48 years old. It don't surprise me. You bitches scoring these churn for life. And Gizzard, you're confusing these boys. They think, listen, boys automatically assume women are feminine. How they supposed to take seeing your naked ass and not being able to make heads or tails of what the hell is supposed to be happening? Robert, you just a walking failure. I'm sorry, girl, you a failure. And I hope them people take your husband money and it's attached to yours and take yours too. You know why? Because if the allegations are true, if they are true, that boy deserves everything you ever thought about blinking them green evil eyes for. Let's move on. They arrived down at the bar one. Wendy looking surprised because she didn't know what was going on over there or whatever. Girl, Wendy, shut up. You ain't paying for nothing. But she said she don't mind saying hi, but she ain't there for work. She ain't want to talk about work. Robert wants to order a hookah, and Mia is over there still blasting her so-called best friend, talking about, yeah, they have to do hookah every day, all the time. Girl, if that's a friend, then I don't want none. Gizzard over there asking if she's ever been to this location, asking Mia. And Mia was like, girl, what you mean? That's my people. I be to all the locations. Girl, what is you saying? I go to every location of bar one there is, allegedly. That's what she said. But they go to order drinks, and somebody asked when Candy Ass was coming. Ashley said, I don't know, but she do have a chip on her shoulder because, she didn't like that, when the stuff is put on her, she can't take it. Now listen, Ashley, you big head, wine head, candy apple head heifer, you right and wrong at the same damn time. Now you right in the sense of Candy Eyes, I ain't gonna lie. You could dish it, but you can't take it. I've been saying that for the past 3-4 seasons. I'm just saying, I've been saying that. So she's right in that aspect. But on the flip side, you wrong, Ashley, because what you're doing is not even true. You're just trying to create something so that girl can feel bad, so you can take the heat off of Michael being down there in the Bahamas, bent over by that man. Girl, Ashley, you just make me sick. I used to like you. I used to think you was innocent. But now when I look back at the episodes and see how you just as evil as Tweedledum and Tweedle Idiot, girl, all y'all is light-skinned devils. I said what I said. Argue with your mom about it. Anyway, but the girls was like, no, girl, that ain't what it is. Y'all was over there yelling and acting a fool. But Ashley said, no, it's not all that. She just don't like the mirror being turned on her. But anyway, then she brings up the fact that did somebody run around here saying that Chris touched my friend on the butt? Giza said she heard the rumor. They played the flashback, and it didn't say nothing about Chris touching the girl on the butt. She wants to get that all cleared up. Girl, who cares? Who cares? Because all of it's lies anyway. We don't believe none of it. And you know what's crazy? It could be true. I ain't going to say it might be because I don't believe none of it. I think it's all fabricated. But even the event is true because it's coming from Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear. Assign them as you will. We don't believe nothing you heifers got to say. Y'all some plotting ass, evil ass heifers. But let's move on because I got a lot to say about y'all. Anyway, so after Giza said she heard about it or whatever, Mia said Candy Eyes don't have a lot of booty. Because she said, the rumor about Chris down there grabbing on boo-hootie, on boo-hootie. She believed it because Candy Eyes ain't got a lot. Well, Mia, that girl ain't go buy hers. Let's move on. Ashley said, we already talked about Ashley saying she ain't said that, girl. I ain't got my damn laptop. Anyway, Giza brings up the fact that she's happy Karen and Sharice was able to speak and actually smile at the doggone airport, and they played the flashback. Karen said, look, girl, I ain't got no beef with this girl. It's all cordial. It's nothing about it. Wendy jumps up and was like, well, wait a minute. I feel like you scared of Karen because you were saying a whole lot of blah, 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 blah. There you go, Wendy. There you go. Wendy, you starting some shit that ain't had nothing to do with you. Let Sharice and Karen have their thing. But she asking, telling Sharice basically you must be scared of her because you ain't telling me you ain't telling her what you told me and whoop. So Karen basically jumps up and says, listen, I haven't spoken to Sharice in 5 years, and that's fine, but I'm in a good place. I'm just not trying to do all that. Wendy basically says she deflecting. Mia interrupts because Mia was like, Wendy, you're doing too much. Wendy jumps on her and was like, well, hold on. Now, this is where all this shit kicked off between her and Wendy. Now, granted, Mia and Wendy. Mia did go over and speak to Peter to ask Peter about what's really going on with the beef. And Peter just basically over there bitching up saying he ain't really got no beef, basically. Sharice trying to get her a champagne lounge. Girl, ain't nobody come and sip no champagne with you. Anyway, she did do that, but that was unbeknown to doggone Wendy. So this is where the stuff actually started. We know this as the audience, but this is where it actually started. So then Wendy turned it on me and said, hold on, fat. That's what we not about to do. Because you was just in the car telling Karen, that's why I see why you don't fuck with her, because I wouldn't fuck with her neither. She fake. Now here come Mia. I didn't say that and look around, but clarify, Wendy, Mia, clarify. And I'm sitting over there wishing somebody knocked all 4 of the legs off her chair and she just falling out. Woo, Robin and Gizzard, I can't stand y'all. I can't stand y'all. But anyway, basically, what Mia is basically trying to explain is, listen, I didn't say that's why I don't mess with her. I said because you were so theatrical, and you were, and other girls have already confirmed, because you react so theatrical, I can understand why Karen really is like playing the side with you. You know what I'm saying? So Karen and Sharice goes into a dialogue. Karen was just like, listen, you the one invited me out to lunch. I didn't invite you. At the end of the day, it was all up to you. Whoopty whoopty whoop. Sharice wanted to know where they went wrong. Karen said, why? I don't. Girl, the Brian Dime did not come to play today. Why you want to know where I went wrong? I don't want to know. And she said, well, how are we supposed to move forward? We don't. I ain't spoke to your ass in 5 years. We can leave it right there where it was. 5 years. Sharice, go sit your old ass down. Not to mention when you got your old teety, auntie ass in that doggone Sprinter talking about you ain't wearing no drawers neither, I immediately cringe. That's like me and my mama going to the Walmart and she tell me she ain't got no drawers on. Girl, I don't want to see that. Sharice, go lay. Go lay. Please go lay. Matter of fact, go lay down and put the cover over your head like you got COVID. Girl, I'm tired. Oh, Sharice just blows me. Get up out of here. Who invited Sharice back? I almost would say you might as well get a Skylar back up here because at least she ain't gonna say nothing. But I'm tired of looking at her face too. Anyway, so yeah, that's what Karen said. Girl, I ain't trying to be friends with you. It's over with. That's a wrap. And Sharice, you really don't want to be friends with her. You just trying to find a reason. You know what I'm saying? Stop acting crazy. Anyway, so as Sharice and Mia go over there to be messy with Peter, Jacqueline is over there telling them, you know, Mia's a handful. And to be completely honest, if I met her, you know, that's my sister, I love her. You know, my mom and them raised her when her mom wouldn't and couldn't. But, you know, at the end of the day, if I met her as an adult, I wouldn't even be friends with her. Well, Jacqueline, what the hell are you doing? Who's making you be friends with her? Because guess what? You could have friends that you've been known and friends with for 30, 40 years and have that type of relationship where it's arms distant, long handle spoon. Why is you over there taking abuse, verbal and emotional from Mia? We don't want to hear Jacqueline because both of y'all fake if you ask me. Mia come back to the table and tell them that Peter got beef. So now Mia come back to the table because she done already got pissed. You know, after Wendy said you lied and said you know, you understand why Karen don't mess with her or whatever the case. Mia comes back to the table and say, well, now we done found out Peter got beef. And the girls was like, what's going on with this beef? Wendy said, listen, I don't beef with men. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that was a good read. Tell him to call my husband. Wendy, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, you can read, but you still get on my nerves. But your ass can read. She said, girl, I don't beef with no men. Tell him to call my husband. They get in a doggone confessional. The producer asked her about the contract, and basically she said, well, he never hit me back. He sent me the contract to look over, but he never hit me back and showed some text message that I don't really believe corroborates that. But anyway, Mia's whole thing is you should have called him. You came in his city. She said, oh no, ma'am, I don't check in with no man but my husband. See, I check in with my husband. I'm not checking in with no anybody. Now, I know how you and your man do, and that's when the ball really just barreled on down the doggone hill. See, because you and your man, y'all do that sleeping with men and women. I say, oh, my God. Now, Wendy, this is my only issue with you, Wendy. And you know I don't like Wendy. And when she right, she right. And when she wrong, she wrong. Wendy, that did not call for that. I'm sorry. It didn't. It didn't. And I'm so sick and tired of you heifers thinking you can say whatever it is you want to say to people and they don't have a right to lay hands and feet on you. Verbal abuse is worse to a lot of people than physical abuse. You ever heard that? What's that phrase? The tongue is mightier than the sword or some shit like that. Y'all got to stop being able to go below the belt, under the gutter, over the backside, and then back through that gutter again and feeling like people can't react the way they want to react because you never used your hands. And then on the flip side of that, Wendy, you the one got the most to lose. Because listen, men don't work for nobody. Men don't work for nobody, but you work for a few people, and we gonna get there. Wendy, you fell right into that trap, and you know what? I don't feel sorry for you, but give me a second, we getting there. So anyway, they start to getting arguing back and forth, or whatever the case may be, and Wendy's whole position is, I ain't checking in with no man. Go ahead on, Wendy. So Wendy started to flex and talking about, I am a professor at Johns Hopkins. Girl, please, because I'm the only black woman at this table that's a professor at Johns Hopkins. Because Mia brings up the fact that she's the only black woman that's a successful CEO. Well, Wendy, the problem I have with you is, first of all, congrats and kudos to your fact. I always see you commentating and everything, giving a little opinion or two on some political shit. But see, the problem is, Mia could act a damn fool on TV and ain't got to worry about talking to her boss. But your ass do. So since you want to get up and start a whole issue in an uproar, feeling you because you ain't used your hands, you just used your words. Girl, people getting canceled every day behind their words, fat. And I really feel like you fucked up with this one. You fucked up to the point where they had to put at the end of the episode, Johns Hopkins ain't got nothing to do with the Real Housewives of Potomac. And I don't blame Johns Hopkins. You be lucky you still got a job, girl. I mean, I know social media is behind you, but yeah. You supposed to, if you want to be professional Wednesday, if you want to do all that, then you got to stay in that character, fat. You can't let nobody take you out of it. And Mia took you right on up out of there, down through there. So anyway, she flexing on that she's a professor, as we know, pending, down there at the Johns Hopkins. And she said, don't nobody tells me what to do. She was like, that's how you and your husband play. And then that prompts Mia to just throw a drink. Because Mia was done at that point. Mia felt disrespected about her playing with God, talking about, don't get on my husband. My husband ain't got nothing to do with this. If you mad with me, you mad with me. Mia, I don't really like you either. I really, to be honest, the only one I really like on this show is the Rundown, to be completely honest. Everybody else, I don't really care about none of y'all. But Mia, I ain't gonna lie, she justified and feeling some type of way about her bringing up her relationship. Because when them girls was down there saying Eddie was online in them DMs, you was over there hiding, cause he's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man, Savannah. That's what your ass was doing. But see, when it's time for you to fight with the girls, you want to say those things to them. But see, them heifers wasn't crying like you. Wendy, you're out of pocket. You're out of pocket. Now, do I feel like, we don't get that. I ain't gonna jump ahead. So anyway, Mia jumps up and Wendy jumps up talking about, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And I'm sitting here going, this sounds very familiar. And then immediately the little picture popped up on the side of my head when Candy Eyes was over there saying, so what, you gonna drag me? You gonna drag me? And then got drugged all up and down the doggone vineyard. Girl, y'all got to stop with these words. These girls in these 2022 streets, in these 2000 streets, they don't play. It ain't like that when we was young, girl. These girls is throwing hands and feet. Y'all got to stop this. And then want to cry victim when them people put their hands, feet, and knees on y'all. Y'all got to stop this now. This is out of pocket. So, as Wendy's hollering, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. They whisked me on to the back. Now, the drink missed her. As for some miraculous idea, it missed Karen too. But Karen said that's because God got his hands on me. Okay. On the flip side, Robert and Batman is over there videotaping. Well, it's mainly Robert. Robert says she's videotaping because she don't want no miscommunications, no he say, I say. Robert, nobody asked you to videotape you and Gizzard. Gizzard over there saying she TMZ, and I'm sitting over there and say both of y'all heifers look tied through and delayed, and that's why one got a husband and the husband don't want her, and the other one ain't had a husband since the husband had her. I'm tired of y'all, both of y'all. Just go be together. Move Corey and what's the other little boy name in together with y'all. Let Wine go do whatever felonious shit he over there at the school doing allegedly, and leave all of this to. This is getting out of hand. This is too much. This is too much, and I don't like it. I don't like it for y'all, and I don't like it for me. But anyway, so you up there holding the camera, and Wendy over there saying her and her husband be smashing other people, both men and women. Wendy, nah, I ain't gonna lie. Because now you're insinuating my husband is gay. Period. And y'all can't tell me, because I saw social media was behind Wendy, and I get it. Everybody hates Robert and Gizzard right now. Because Robert and Gizzard gonna go into that gaslighting BS, and it makes you want to just take Wendy's side. Wendy, when they said Eddie was in them DMs and you was crying, he was a good man, Savannah. You got a little sympathy just for that one episode. I'm all out of sympathy for your ass. You want to know why? Because when Gizzard and Robert was icing out Monique, put Monique to the side, I don't want to film with her. I don't feel safe. Blah, 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 blah. Girl, you picked their side. And this was the worst part. You can't just got on the show. You didn't even have a reason to pick their side. You know, that's back when you were slithering. How you do with the elbows? I mean, with the shoulders? When you used to come through slithering with your coat on? Before you found your identity and your new titties? Girl, please. You picked the side with them heifers. Now they turning it on your ass and you confused. I don't know why you confused, just like I told Candy Eyes. Although they doing you dirty, y'all is playing with the devils. What did you expect, child? I don't know. Make it make sense. But anyway, Robert is over there filming, telling her, well, listen, if you don't want to fight, then you need to sit down. Well, okay, so fine, Robert. So then that means then Wendy is right and validated when she said when you jumped up in her face, you wanted to fight. All that time you jumped up in Ashley's face. All the time you was in Monique's face. But yet you don't want people to think you violent. Robert, I hate... You know, if I ever run into somebody on the street named Robert, I'm going to have to compose myself, because all of a sudden you going to pop in my head and mess it all up. Oh, Lord, I don't like Robert, Robbins, Red Robin, girl, Little Red Robin Hood. I don't like none of y'all. Oh, girl, I can't stand her. Wendy said, well, what would you do if she threw a drink on you? You'll be doing the same thing. And she had to agree. And I said, but I thought you just said you wasn't violent. I hate them. I don't hate them, because I feel like I gotta know them to hate them. But I dislike them a lot. Let's just say that. Anyway, but Wendy was like, so, and she's going in on Mia. Yeah, because you get mad. The only reason you mad because you smashing Peter too. And I said, oh my God. Now Wendy, like I said, that tongue, not the pen, the tongue is mightier than the sword. They say you can speak life and death into people with that tongue. And you did that. Because Mia was trying to get across that table to mop your head with the Miami table like Monique did to Candy Eyes down there at the Vineyard in Baltimore. Y'all got to stop this. I'm saying y'all got to stop this. Calling a girl crater face. Talking about let her go. She ain't going to do nothing. She ain't going to do nothing. Let her go. Let her go. Ashley said, I ain't going to lie. I don't condone the violence with Mia. And Mia is wrong. Mia is wrong, because Mia done got whisked away and the security trying to tell her don't let her get you all riled up. You know what I'm saying? And Ashley was like, I'm going to stick to my guns. And that's one thing I will give the candy apple head heifer. She did stick to her guns and say, no matter what, Mia is wrong for trying to throw hands and feet on that girl because she ain't put her hands and feet on her. Karen agreed. Okay, at least I could get that. But Mia gets back out to the doggone thing, to the table, and Robin basically is going at what's her name, Wendy, gaslighting her, talking about, well, you kept talking. Karen agrees that throwing a drink is not good and tells that to Mia, and Mia was like, oh, you defending her? Mia, ain't nobody defending her. Turn the light-skinned white lady privilege off. Turn the Karen off, please. Somebody flick the Karen switch. That lady ain't defending her. But when you right, you right, and when you wrong, you wrong. You was wrong for throwing the drink. But Wendy, and this what Karen was getting at, Wendy, you was throwing some low blows. You was wrong too. But Karen over there saying she got whiplash. She ain't trying to get hit no more, or whatever. Or she ain't trying to get hit. Jackie asked her what happened on the flip side while they was over there on the side. Jackie asked Wendy what was going on, and when she was like, I thought y'all were good. She was like, well, you know, I was good, but you know, she gets mad when you point out her insecurities. I believe it. Wendy, I believe it. You are so accomplished. I am a doctor down at Johns Hopkins. I do commentary or give my 5-second opinion on Fox News or CNN, or I do this or I do that. You do have an issue with your insecurities, and when people shine a light on that, you don't like that. Because see, you used to be the first in the class. I don't like Wendy. I'm sorry. I don't. And I don't give a damn about Mia neither, but I don't like Wendy. I've been saying that. Go back to the old episodes. I've been saying that for seasons. Girl, I don't like that girl. But anyway, Mia and Wendy still going back at it. And Wendy calling her crater face and was just like, imagine throwing a drink on a woman because she don't want to check in with a man. Mia's explaining to her, girl, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It was the fact of what you were saying about my husband. I didn't appreciate that. And so Wendy was like, so what you gonna do? Throw another drink? And Karen was like, girl, let me get up. Because if these heifers gonna keep going at it like this, I'm done. Now Mia was like, girl, look, I'm a CEO and such a boss. I don't have time. Wendy said, well, I work at Johns Hopkins. We already talked about that. Robin is over there telling Wendy to stop antagonizing her as she videotaped the doggone incident. Robert, I wish a crow or what do you call them, bird? A buzzard would have swung by and picked you and that phone up and took your ass off the hell. I was about to say heaven, but let me retract that. Took your ass down there to hell. I don't like that little girl. I don't like that little girl. I'm sorry. But Robert and Batman, or what did Batman, did Robert go over there? I know Batman went to check on Mia after Mia tried to pop Wendy upside the head. Mia's on the phone, her husband telling him find the next flight because these hoes done broke her nail. She not sticking around. And I'm like, shit, girl, I paid for this trip. If anything, all them hoes will be getting up out of here. Please. But she telling her husband to find her a flight. Batman goes over there to tell her, girl, look, just calm down. Look, we don't want you to leave. Mia said she leaving anyway. It don't matter. Well, not Robert. Why do you want to say Robert? Giza basically was like, well, girl, look, if you leave, we leaving. We not gonna stay at your stuff and you not here. Like, you the host of the party. You gonna pay for this. So if you leave, we gotta leave too. So she's trying to get Mia to calm down. She goes back over to the table and says, you know, Mia's getting ready to try to leave, as she should, because it was a lot going on. And then Wendy was like, oh, hell no. If she want to leave, don't tell her she can stay. I'll leave, because what I will not do is stick around while y'all over here being hypocritical. Oh, what a tangle web we motherfucking weave. When you was on the Gizzard and Robert train, when Monique skull dragged Candy Eyes across the vineyard, and you ain't know none of these helpers, it was okay. Now that you realize Robert and Gizzard only care about each other as husband and wife, and they don't give a damn about Ashley, they don't give a damn about Wendy, Mia, Karen, nobody. They don't give a damn about none of y'all. And now that you see that, now you're ready to go home. Get Eddie on the phone and tell him to book you a spirit flight to get you up out of there. Because we tired of you. Girl, I don't feel sorry for Wendy. But I don't like Gizzard and Robert. I think them heifers is, if God made two evil twins, it's them. They probably been on Earth a few cycles. You know, they come and go. It seems like they come and go. Probably was here in the 1800s and then, you know, maybe the 1500s. You know, they make their rounds every few centuries or whatever. Y'all the most evilest heifers on the face of this earth. But Wendy, I don't feel sorry for you. I know you got all the support on social media. You better hope they sign a petition so you can keep your job down there at the Johns Hopkins. Because again, these girls don't work at no 9 to 5s. These girls not clocking in. Your ass is. You fell for it. You fell for it. I don't know who that was telling you fell for it at that table, but they right. You fell for it. You fell right in the trap. Jumping out. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Girl, sit your ass down, Wendy. Anyway, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, girl. This was a lot going on, and Candy Eyes ain't even got there yet, girl. I already know this about to be some shit. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on TikTok, and I'll see you hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.